All right, hey everyone. This is the newest episode of That's Horrible. I'm John,
I'm Brandon.
and today we're going to discuss Night Trap. This is a classic. I don't know how many. Yeah, I don't know how many anybody out there, how many of you remember when it came out. It was a huge controversy. I mean, I think I was in fourth grade or something, and even my teachers were talking about it. Nobody actually played the game, but they're all like, "You're killing, college girls," and actually, you're trying to save them from the augurs. They're vampires that have shitty weapons and dress like ninjas.
They have stupid ninjas, and they walk like I don't. How do they walk?
They don't.
Like weird crab crawl.
Yeah, it's almost like they're hunchbacks without the hunch, and it's so fucking bizarre. I mean, just watch a YouTube video. Fuck, you can watch the whole playthrough. It doesn't take that long, really. I haven't finished this one. But yeah, this recently got re-released.
Limited run game.
Yeah, limited run games. So sorry, Greg. I'll sell you my copy for $100.
Now he's not going to make us a theme song.
Ah, fuck.
He totally was going to next week. But...
Love you, Greg. But yeah, Screaming Villains actually put it out. You can get it digitally on PSN and I think just the PC. I don't think there was nothing for Xbox, right?
I don't think so. I didn't know there was a digital version of it.
Yeah. But I wanted a physical copy because, I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. It's got Dana Plato on the cover before she died.
It's got a reversible sleeve, too. It has the original Sega CD cover in it.
Yeah. Might as well show that, too. Also, very, very sexy. I actually want a poster of that, and I think... Didn't you... The deluxe edition had the poster, I think.
Yeah, what's in all there? What's all that?
There is. Oh, wait, no, there's a poster in there. I forgot. See, look what happens when you actually open up the package fully. Not huge, but big enough, Actually, I'd get that as a back tattoo. Gish, if you see this, get cracking. Yeah, I was actually shocked when they announced that they were going to do a reissue of it. Cause, yeah, like Brandon said, it's just not a good game. But it's one of the reasons why we have the ratings for video games now. That and pretty much Mortal Kombat. I mean, the early 90s were an interesting time for violent video games. Nobody ever actually played these games that, was complaining about them. So yeah, like I said, people thought you were killing these teenage girls, but really you're part of a team. The SCAT team?
The SCAT team, yeah.
You're trying to save these girls. You basically, the team had tapped into the video
surveillance
feed. Yeah,
the house.
Yeah, and there are already traps there to like trap the victims, but now you can trap the augurs, and the gameplay is pretty much non-existent. You just change the video feed and hit buttons. Hope you have the right code, which is just color coded, like green, purple, red, yellow, or something like that. And if you have it on the right color, you can hit the trap button at the right time, and then a little video will play of you. Like a bed pushing, a guy out the window or something. It's fucking ridiculous. But what really impressed me with this reissue, the video quality.
Oh, it's amazing.
It actually looked like a really, really good, cleaned up VHS. I mean, it's actually obviously better than VHS, but I'm guessing they got a hold of the original, footage, something. Shit like this should not look good at all. Because the original Sega CD version looked like complete balls, just completely pixelated crap.
But that was amazing at the time.
Oh yeah, full motion video for some reason in the early 90s. Well, it kind of started because this whole thing started in the late 80s as a weird VHS project thing that fell through. But yeah, full motion video for some reason was going to be the wave of the future. Sega was convinced. It wasn't. Not at all. It's crap. But I'm definitely nostalgic for it. I mean,
you still have Sewer Shark, don't you?
Of course, I have 5 copies of Sewer Shark because they wouldn't take the 5 copies back. I bought a copy and got home and opened it up and I'm like, oh, there's extra copies in here. So I tried to return them and he goes, fuck that, you paid like $3 for that game. I don't want them back. So, so I have like 4 or 5 copies of Sewer Shark. There were some other really shitty ones. Corpse Killer is another one of my Favorites. That one I only bought because Bill Moseley is somewhere in it. I don't know. I've never even made it far enough because it's complete crap. But basically, you're on an island trying to kill zombies.
Tomcat Alley.
Tomcat Alley.
It was like Top Gun.
Yeah. But originally, this video was going to be about horror video games.
Oh, we'll get there.
Yeah, eventually. But seriously, full motion video stuff. It's just god fucking awful. I mean, it was in a way a cheap way to make a video game without doing. I mean, yeah. There's no gameplay.
Well, you remember the original Resident Evil, the intro video was all live action. Where, they're outside the mansion and they run in to escape whatever's chasing them.
Yeah, back in the day when when cutscenes on the PlayStation were full motion video because CGI stuff wasn't quite there yet.
Well, now every time Resident Evil gets re-released, it's it's not that version. It's the GameCube remake.
Yeah,
with all the full motion video scenes replaced by CG scenes, which those are so much better.
Oh yeah. Oh god. If anybody's played the original Resident Evil, which I'm sure a lot of you have, isn't one of the cutscenes where they're explaining something, like they're standing there smoking and just like.
I remember there was
the ending.
One re-release of that where they cut the smoking out because you couldn't have smoking in a game where you were shooting zombies in the head.
Yeah,
it was a bad deal. Going to corrupt the youth.
Video game logic. I'm never going to understand it. Yeah, fucking ridiculous. One other thing that I want to point out about Night Trap. Not only does it have Dana Plato, it's also got Andros Jones. And I'm sure all of you know his famous role as some nerd in Sorority Babes and Slimeball Bolorama. Oh yeah, he was also in some little movie called Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. I'm sure you've seen that. Nice guy. Met him in person.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really seem to care that anybody was there, though. I think he was too busy hitting on some young girls there. Legal. I want to stress that in case he ever sees this. But no, he was a nice guy. But it was also not long after Wes Craven died, so a lot of people were still bummed. Yeah. So what's your favorite horror video game?
Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, same. That's that. I mean, there's other really, really fantastic ones. The new Resident Evil, is one of the best. I'd say it's one of the best Resident Evil games, period. But yeah, Resident Evil 2 is by far my favorite.
First two Silent Hills.
Yeah, Silent Hill 3 still had its moments. I think Silent Hill, as much as I love the first Silent Hill, I think Silent Hill 2 probably is the peak for the series. I mean, it was PlayStation 2. It had better graphics, really good story. But yeah, the first one obviously still was creepy as fuck. I mean, the graphics were pretty. Well, they were bad, but they utilized it with the fog that was everywhere. I mean, the fog was out of necessity because they had to, but it worked out.
Evil Within 2 is coming out next month.
Yeah.
Pretty stoked for that.
So if you really want to get frustrated in a video game that you will complete, get Evil Within 2, because the first one, as much as I love it, is one of the most infuriating experiences I've had.
But it's memorable.
It's memorable. Oh, fuck yeah.
Horror game is it's got, hard but memorable sequences in it.
Oh, yeah. Chase sequences. Some of the enemies are fucking crazy hard. They will absorb everything you throw at them. All the shotgun blasts, all the just pistol, ammo, and then some grenades. It takes forever to kill some of those fucking enemies. But once you do, you're like, yay, I finally did it. And now I have no ammo for the next enemy that's going to come my way. But it's an amazing game. I mean, it's a fun and frustrating experience. Not frustrating like Dark Souls, if you've ever played those. I mean, those, when you die, it's your fault. This, you die, it's because the game is a bastard. But yeah, the new one looks good. I'm super stoked for that. Anytime, they do a new horror video game. Because that's I'm going to blank on this. Is that the guy that originally did, Resident Evil 2? Or Resident Evil?
I think it was the first one. Because there was a couple scenes in the first Evil Within. When you meet the first ghoul, he does the same kind of look over his shoulder like the first zombie you see in the first game when you walk in that corner room in the mansion. It's amazing how I still just remember that game.
Yeah.
Because we played it so much. But
yeah. But yeah, Evil Within too. I'm trying to think what else. So some other games that were before, one game that I can think of that was before Resident Evil that kind of had a mansion exploration aspect, and it's been a while since I've played it, so I'm not going to even remember everything. Alone in the Dark. I have the first one for the 3DO.
Wow, you have a 3DO.
Yeah, I have a 3. Of course, I have a 3DO. They made a Jurassic Park game for it. Of course, I have it.
Right.
It's not a good game. Alone in the Dark. Obviously there's been some newer ones that have been shite. They even made a really shitty movie with Christian Slater and was it Tara Reid? I don't remember.
Uwe Boll directed it.
So you know it's classic. But yeah, Alone in the Dark was more, not haunted house, but definitely not killing zombies and shit like that. It was more, I want to say puzzle based, like just trying to get through the mansion, but it's been a while. Then
was it a point and click, or was that was Myst?
That was Myst. But you would also be thinking of 11th Hour and 7th Guest. I think 11th Hour is the sequel. That also utilized full motion video, like ghosts and stuff, and that was definitely puzzle based. I mean, you were definitely trying to solve puzzles. I remember there was one with, I want to say there was something with a cake, and you had to like match up symbols on it. I don't know. I own them on the PC and never finished them because they were like $2. So what did I?
That was right around the time that games on the PC started to switch over to being like disc based.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were definitely some of the first disc based games. So yeah, putting full motion video on there was no big deal. But yeah, those were games that I never got to play until I was much older because even my friends didn't have them. But I always wanted to play them because you'd see the covers and they always had really cool covers to entice you into playing, and of course, 9 times out of 10, the games kind of sucked. But I'd say that 7th Guest and
it's kind of normal for the horror genre, though. You look at like a lot of the video covers and shit like that, or posters. Like, yeah, that looks awesome. And then 9 times out of 10, you buy something and get it.
And then you see something that's like shit. That is the stupidest cover I've ever seen. Oh my god, there's no way this movie's going to be amazing.
It's amazing.
Turns out it's like, holy shit, this is groundbreaking, this is the best movie I've seen all year kind of shit. That actually happens way too much. So yeah, I just kind of try to form my own opinion. I'll read the story. I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds kind of interesting. But yeah, at least now with the internet age, it's a lot easier to like look into these horror video games and find out whether they're good or not. Like Outlast is a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't played the sequel. That one is, you just white knuckle it the whole time. You never know when you're going to get chased, and when you do, it's fucking tense. It's one of the more intense video game experiences in the last few years. I mean, there's been other games like it, including Alien Isolation.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. Really good. Finally, they made a good Alien game.
Did you ever play any of the Slender Man games?
Yeah, I have.
My son got into those.
I have the first, like, the prototype Slender Man game. That one was, like, legitimately terrifying. And, of course, my wife would laugh at me for playing it because I'd scream like a little girl. Like, I don't get scared at movies. But when I'm in control of a character and something jumps out at me, it scares the shit out of me. Then they did, like, a legit version, the Slender Man, The Arrival, and that just... Sorry, just not good. It didn't... They tried to tack on too much story or something. I just wanted to be in the woods and getting chased by something. Mm-hmm. That's terrifying. But I highly recommend the first Slender Man. I mean, for some reason,
never played it.
Kids like that shit. I don't know. I don't understand the internet and kids these days. They like a lot of weird shit.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
I have played the first one and then Sister Location. A little bit, and yeah, that's kind of scary. But I don't get why there's toys. There's like an entire section at Toys R Us that's just Five Nights at Freddy's.
Coming from the guy who right behind our camera here, he's got Bill and Ted.
I don't know what you're talking about. Bill and Ted need to be turned into a toy.
You got toys all around here.
I do have toys all around here.
Don't even pretend you don't.
Actually, a little dusty. Yeah, it's actually really dusty. The Tyrant from Resident Evil 2, 3?
No,
3? Yeah, the one that bursts through the walls. And
no, 3 was Nemesis. That's the Tyrant.
Okay, so this is the Tyrant.
That's alternate playthrough.
Yeah.
In Resident Evil
covered in cat fur. Sorry. Yeah, my buddy gave me that when he moved away. Yeah, I got
There's
horror.
toys all around here. Don't even lie.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have Nightmare on Elm Street toys, but yeah. I'm trying to think about some other really, really good.
Until Dawn.
Fuck, I don't know how I forgot about that one. Now that is a game. That Until Dawn is. It's like you're playing a movie, but you're still more in control.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking amazing motion capture. Like, it really looks like the actors. Rami Malek, who's playing Freddie Mercury in the new Queen movie, and then Hayden Panettiere. I don't know how to say her last name, but it really feels like you're these characters, and you take control of different characters at various points, and you can die.
But if you die, you become somebody else. You know, you can play through it in so many different times and do so many different things and not get the same ending.
And then the movie, halfway through the movie game, goes in a completely different direction, and it gets even more fucked up and scary. I could play that game, do another run through right now, and I wouldn't see the same shit. I mean, my friends, a lot of my friends bought it, and they'd be like, "Oh, I did this. What happened to you?" I'm like, I never even saw that part. Like, how the fuck did you get there?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the best examples of like a true horror game. Like it just feels like it could have been made into a really good movie, which probably will happen.
Most recent horror game was the Friday the 13th game.
I have a love-hate relationship with that game. I like playing with my friends. But they've all played a lot now, and I don't know what I'm fucking doing.
It's better when everybody has a microphone and they're playing it the right way, and they're not just all teaming up with Jason. And they recently updated it so you can't, do team killing anymore.
Oh, really?
Which, I don't know. I thought part of it, if somebody was being a dick, you could just kill them and take the keys or whatever they had to the car.
Yeah.
So long as everybody's playing it the way it was intended to be played, work together, find the keys, find the battery, drive out of here. But no, then you get one asshole that wants to, kill other teammates,
and that's what happened to me.
In the car by themselves.
That's what happened to me. I wasn't doing well, but I still in the last moments, but before the game ended. I mean, I would have survived, and this dickbag fucking killed me. So, yeah, kind of frustrating. But I do like that ability to try to, kill your teammates. I don't know.
But playing as Jason's really cool.
I suck at it. I'm horrible. Everybody survives, so I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to kill my cat. She won't stop scratching at something. Stop it! Yeah, you. Anyway. Maybe I'll try to edit that out. Probably won't. But yeah, I mean the game looks great. It really does feel like Friday the 13th. Just I don't know, maybe it's just not my cup of tea, I guess.
I think
it's the people
who play it kind of ruin the experience.
Which that's going to happen with any online game. I mean, that shit happens all the fucking time. Yeah, I mean, I recommend it if it's on sale. And I will try to get into it more. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
I'm sure as soon as we're done, we'll think of
Yeah, we're going to think of 10 more games. But yeah, I mean, those are some of the highlights recently. I mean, there's always horror video games being released. I mean, sometimes it can be a simple way to make a game. I mean, especially because people are trying to copy the whole Slender Man vibe, or just being constantly chased, which is kind of the big thing with horror video games, which isn't, a bad thing. I mean, it kind of gives you the idea of being in a slasher, I guess. Yeah, I think that's all I have for now. I mean, So yeah, remember, if you don't like the video,
that's horrible.